Individuals with borderline personality disorder often have reactions in response to feeling too much, but they can often make sense of the context sometimes of where they are and what they're dealing with. And living with BPD often means having these emotional, intense reactions that feel out of proportion, even to you. And the other people in your life may see those things as well. But often the outburst, which is what a lot of individuals tend to focus on, and you may focus on your own outbursts as well, that it isn't just about what happened today or in that moment. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to explore what's called stacking and micro stacking. And this is the quiet accumulation of emotional wounds or activators that build up beneath the surface until they finally ignite a full on spiral, or sometimes what's called a BPD florid episode. I also created a worksheet that goes along with this video so you can explore your own stacking and micro stacking and build some insight. So let's dive into that silent buildup of emotional weight from unresolved or invalidated or invalidating experiences. So, what does stacking look like? Micro stacking happens through small hurts, small activations. This could be being ignored, feeling dismissed, forgotten, even abandonment fears, rejection sensitivity, and the fear or the intense effort to avoid emptiness. Now, we know, BPD, if you've seen my other videos, you know that I talk a lot about core content and surface content. And it's in my workbook as well as in my other all my other materials, because we got to get to that core content. Classic core content for individuals with BPD is fear of abandonment, rejection sensitivity, and emptiness. Now, when we're talking about stacking, in these moments, what happens? They start to build, right? It's like clicking Legos together. Click, 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 click. And these moments, they compound internally until, and a lot of times, it could be something very small that ignites that intensive response. Screaming, yelling, throwing stuff, whatever it may be. For example, you ask your partner to do the dishes, but they forget. You let it go. The next day, they leave a mug out. A mug. You explode, not because of the mug, but because of everything you've been holding in. Because if they don't do the dishes, they're not paying attention to you. If they're not paying attention to you, then you must be of low value. If you're low value, then they're probably going to leave you, abandonment fear. And then if they leave you, you'll be alone forever, rejection sensitivity. Then you'll always be empty inside and have this ongoing eternal emptiness that you can never fill. Emptiness. So that's just a quick example. And it's hard to stop. You can't just be like, okay, well, I'm going to stop. You, it's hard because we create personality disorders as responses to what's going on around us. And sometimes when we're little, we have these environments, and a lot of times they're invalidating environments where we have to kind of just eat it because we're little, right? We only have so much power and efficacy and agency to influence our environment. So when we're little, what we do is we learn to keep stuffing it and eating it and eating it and eating it, right? And what happens is that then as we get older, we find, regretfully, that these maladaptive beliefs, behaviors, and patterns have developed. And then as we get older, we continue to utilize these maladaptive beliefs, behaviors, and patterns until they become habitual in so many ways. And they feel like they're automatic, right? Like a light switch. Click, click. Here's the reality. When you hit a light switch, it looks like it's instantaneous, right? It looks like click, choom, in just a second. But if we could slow the world down, you ever see those Spider-Man movies where Spider-Man's able to like slow everything down, right? But and you see everything moving. If we could see that current, we would see flipping the switch, right, opens the current and it goes zip up to the light. It looks like this. Same thing with the reaction. So you're stuffing all this stuff and all these activations and all these hurts and all these words and things and feelings and doubts and fears, and you're pushing it in, pushing it in, pushing it in. And then finally, you flip that switch, man, and it just blows up the room, right? And it happens. And it gets hard to stop because BPD also, remember, you've got BPD and family in the head. Family in the head, like I talk about in my other videos as well. It's that chorus inside your brain that enhances BPD, maladaptive beliefs, behaviors, and patterns. Absolutely. So what happens is that BPD and family in the head, it increases that level of sensitivity to perceived abandonment, rejection, and trying to avoid the perceived perceptual and ongoing and forever emptiness. And remember that each unspoken hurt reinforces a deeper fear. Sometimes that deeper fear, and whatever that statement may be, is I'm not important. They're going to leave me. I'm too much. Nobody wants to deal with me. All of that, those unspoken moments. And what happens is we stuff it, and stuff it until it stacks and we just explode. And the key is learning to unstack it. Now, we got to track the stack first, which is you're writing down, and you can use the worksheet for this. Write down the small hurts before they pile up. Label the emotion. It is so important to label it. If you can't put a label on it, how do you know what it is, right? When you go to the grocery store, they don't just throw everything in a giant pile with good luck. That would be a label. Good luck. Hope you find what you're looking for. No, right? They package it and label it. You know why they label it? So you know what you're getting. And that's exactly what we need to do. Go into the grocery store, labeling it so you know what you're getting. Label the emotion. And in addition to labeling the emotion, also, what's the thought and possible fear or core content attached to it as well? Now that's going to be tough. And sometimes we got to, block everything out, put on some real chill music or something, and just think about, okay, what were my activations today? Okay, they could have been this. All right, label the emotion, label the thought, and the possible core content. Then you got to pause and pivot, which is similar to what we were just talking about. But what happens over time, give yourself time. It's not, oh, okay, I'm going to do this one worksheet and magically everything's going to change. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I wish it was magical. I wish that I had a little magic wand and I could just go through your screen and go, and everything would be great. You'd no longer have to stack because you would deal with things as they come up and you'd keep on moving forward and everything be great. But we know that's not real. So we got to pause and pivot. Allow yourself time to learn this skill because you got to unlearn the light switch and switch or move to, how's that? That's better. Move to a dimmer switch. Dimmer, you have more control of the intensity of the light. Switch is it's either A or B. I want you on a dimmer switch. And pause and pivot. So I want you to step back when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel those activations. Say, whew, I need a minute to sort what I'm feeling. Bathrooms are great places, right? If you can be alone in your car, just kind of chilling out, just so you can get your thoughts together. That's critical. Because remember, BPD, family in the head, is going to manipulate you into having a full-on BPD florid episode, throwing stuff, acting out, calling your partner or family members or other people names or whatever it is. It's the result of stacking all those micro hurts, all that micro pain. Now, how do we repair the script, right? Those things that you're saying to yourself. What I want you to say is, and here it goes, I'm put it right on the screen for you. I think my reaction was bigger because I've been holding in a lot. Can we talk? And this is something you can say to a safe other. What is a safe other? A safe other is somebody who you know isn't going to use our errors, our mistakes, our hard moments against us. Because our goal is to cut down on losing control. And so that we have a greater sense of interaction with the important people around us. So that because when you can control how you behave and how you respond, you determine the course and trajectory of your life and who you choose to have in your life with you. When BPD and family in the head does it, these tend to be people that are in your life that are problematic, that constantly accuse you, blame you, constantly point fingers at you, which over time you've learned to internalize that. So then you start attacking yourself with their verbiage that is against you. So now you become your own worst enemy. We don't want you to do that. Not at all. Try this. Please try it. I'm telling you, the worksheet can really help you. It's in the description for this video. So go check it out. Give it a click. It'll take you right to my website, take you right to it. Check it out. And remember, you are not broken. Your system just gets overwhelmed. And you can stop the spiral by noticing the buildup, expressing needs earlier, and releasing pressure as it rises. A mental health provider can help you do that. Having a trusted other can help you do that. There's a lot of ways. Sometimes talk to your dog, talk to your cat. Sometimes sometimes you can even make like a voice memo to yourself that can help you as well. Try it. Stacking doesn't make you dramatic or broken. It means you've been carrying more than you are able to express. The goal isn't perfection. Perfection is some fallacy. There is no such thing as perfection. And perfection often gets attached with expectations. And BPD and family in the head use that against your own development for self. So no. The goal isn't perfection. It's catching the buildup sooner and giving yourself space to respond, not just react. And there's a difference. You deserve to feel safe, seen, and steady, and you can totally get there, one unstacked moment at a time. Check out the worksheet. Let me know what you think of it. I hope you find it helpful. I hope this video was helpful. Check out some of my others. Maybe they'll be helpful. And I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.